Hi dear students, in today's video, let us know what Portia has to say in a speech. I think you have marked where I stopped in my previous video. Now let us begin with, from there. Portia says, is Brutus sick? And is it physical to walk unpraised? If Brutus is sick, he knows that he will never walk outside unbraced, opening his buttons and baring his bosom to the cold winter or cold morning. Is Brutus sick? And is it physical? Is it good for his physical health to walk thus unbraced? The dress of the Romans, the shirt would have laces from here till here. This part would be completely bare, and from here till here they would have to tie the lace, And what Brutus has done is he has unbraced himself. He has left his chest, his bosom, exposed to the cold morning, raw cold morning. And Portia says, is Brutus sick? Is it physical? Is it good for your physical body to walk unbraced and suck up and absorb the humors of the dank morning? What are humors? That dampness, the weather being very wet is called dampness. Or humors of the dank morning. Dank morning is a very cold, raw, cold morning. When the morning is very cold and very biting, there would be a lot of dew, there will be a lot of moisture in the air. And this moisture would be absorbed by the innumerable pores on our skin. So when you bare your bosom, and the bosom gets exposed to that raw cold morning, and that cold morning with this moisture would affect the lungs. That's what she says here. Is it physical to walk unbraced and suck up the humors of the dank morning? Humors are this wetness, Let me use this noun, wetness. Wetness. What is Brutus sick? Look at this. Once again, she very ironically is saying these things. What is Brutus sick? And if he is sick, Brutus knows that he should take rest at home and not come out at this time of night. Is Brutus sick? And will he steal out of his wholesome bed to dare the wild contagion of the night? He says, if Brutus is sick, how would he steal out of his wholesome bed? The bed is very pure and sacred. The bed in which the bed which is shared by the husband and the wife is very sacred and wholesome. And if the husband wants to go out of the bed, he would have to inform his wife and go. But here, he stole from his bed. That's what she says here. Is it good for you to steal out of this wholesome bed, to dare to expose yourself to the wild contagion of the night, to this dirty environment, dangerous, wild, dangerous contagion environment of this morning, which is very damp and which is very, damp and cold. There is dampness, there is moisture in the atmosphere, and the morning is very cold. And if Brutus is sick, he wouldn't leave this wholesome bed and expose himself to this wild contagion of the morning, of the night. and tempt the roomy and unpurged day to add unto his sickness. And how would he go and tempt this unhealthy air, roomy and unpurged air, cold and unclean air? How would he tempt that and to add that to his sickness? By absorbing that coldness from the atmosphere. Would he do that if he's really sick? No. Then Brutus is lying to her. No, my dear Brutus, you have some sick offense within your mind. You have some disturbing thought, sick offense, some disturbing thought within your mind, which by the right of me being your wife, I'm asking you to share it with me. Which by the right and virtue of my place, what is my place in your life? I'm your wife. And it is the right of my being your wife. I ought to know. It is my duty to know what is troubling you. There is some sick offense within your mind. There is something that is eating into your mind. There is something that is troubling your mind which you are not sharing with me. You are just telling a lie to me that you are not healthy. I will not accept that. I ought to know, and she goes down on her knees. She is begging him. Upon my knees I charm you. I request you. Because when you married me, you had commended my beauty. You had appreciated my beauty. You had glorified my beauty. And that marriage, that sacred bond of marriage has made us come together as one. Based on that right, I am asking you to share your secret sorrows with me. I charm you by my once commended beauty, by all your vows of love to me. You have made many promises of love to me. Where have these promises gone? And that great woe, the greatest of all woes is that woe, that marriage, the bond of marriage which did incorporate and make us one, which did make us come together. On that marriage, I am requesting you. Which by the right and virtue of my place I ought to know of, and upon my knees I charm you. By my once commended beauty, by all your vows of love and that great woe which did incorporate and make us one. With the position of your wife, I am asking you. You unfold to me. You reveal everything to me. Yourself. You should reveal to me your true self, because I am your true self. I am your wife, aren't I? I am your half. You should tell me why you are heavy. Why you have a heavy heart. Why you have a disturbed heart. You should tell me now. And what men tonight have had resort to you. And you should also tell me why these people have visited you. Resorting means visiting. Why? What's the reason for these men to come and speak to you, meet you and speak to you at this time of an hour? Because here have been some 6 or 7 men. I've seen some 6 or 7 men who did hide their faces even from darkness. They had buried half their faces in their cloaks. The same thing Lucius had told Brutus. Do you remember what Lucius told Brutus? No, sir, I couldn't remember them. I couldn't recognize them. Their hats are plucked about their ears, and half their faces are buried in their cloak, that by no means I may discover them by any mark of favor. This was what Lucius had told Brutus. The same thing is being repeated by Brutus's wife Portia. She says, for here have been some 6 or 7 men who did hide their faces even from darkness. Why the hell should they hide their faces in darkness? I've seen some 6, 7 people. Why did they come to you? What is troubling you? You must tell me all these things. I'm asking you as my right because I'm your wife. Then look at Brutus. He does have a lot of love and affection for his wife. But outside he is a fool. He is an utter fool. Brutus says, oh, kneel not, gentle Portia. Then Portia says, I should not kneel if you were gentle to me. You were being ungentle to me. That's why I had to go down on my knees. I should not kneel if you were gentle, Brutus. That means if you had really spoken the truth to me, today I wouldn't have go down on my knees. Within the bond of marriage, look at this. She is now asserting herself as the dutiful wife of, not beautiful, dutiful wife of Brutus. She says, within the bond of our marriage, tell me, Brutus, is it expected I should know no secrets that connect to you, that concern you? Is it expected? I am your wife, and should I not know your secret sorrows? Should I not know the secrets that belong to you? I'm your wife. And am I yourself, but as it were in sort of limitation? Or am I your wife only in a limited manner? What is that limited manner? She says, am I your wife to keep with you at meals, to give you company at meals, and comfort you in your bed and talk to you sometimes? If my duties are limited to that, then I am not your wife, I am your prostitute, she says. If I dwell but in the suburbs of your good pleasure, should I live in the outskirts of your pleasures, not trying to know your heart? If it is no more than giving you company at meals, comforting in your bed and talk to you sometimes, if my duties, if my limitations are to this, then Portia is Brutus's harlot, not his wife. Then I would not be your wife, I would be your prostitute, she says. She becomes very harsh. Then Brutus is completely shaken when she uses such a harsh word like being a harlot to Brutus. You try to know the meaning of a prostitute or a harlot in the dictionary, dear friends. Then Brutus says, no, you are not my harlot. You are my true and honorable wife. And you are dear to me as these ruddy drops that visit my sad heart. You are as dear to me as these ruddy drops, red drops of blood that visit my sad heart, he says. His heart is sad, and the blood that is visiting his heart is very important. In the same way, you are as important as these drops of blood that visit my heart, he says. That means that you are close to my heart. Do not ever call yourself my harlot. You are my true and noble and honorable wife, he says. Then Portia says, if it was so, then tell me your secrets. If it were true, then should I know this secret? Then I should know your secret. And you think that a woman doesn't keep a secret. I grant I am a woman, but I am not an ordinary woman like other women. I am a woman whom Brutus has taken for his wife. I am a woman. I grant I am a woman, but I am a woman who is a daughter of Cato. Cato was the father of Portia, who supported Pompey. And when Pompey was defeated and when Pompey was killed by Caesar's men, Cato committed suicide. He did not want to be taken as a prisoner of war. Hence he committed suicide. And Portia says, I am your wife. I am Cato's daughter. Do you think I am an ordinary woman? I will not reveal any secret that you are going to share with me. Believe me, have trust in me, she says. If this were true, then should I know this secret? I grant I am a woman, but withal a woman that Lord Brutus took to wife. I accept I am a woman. In spite of that, I am a woman who is a wife to Brutus. I grant I am a woman that Lord Brutus took to wife. I grant I am a woman, but withal a woman well reputed. A woman very famous and very famed and very popular and very, honorable woman, because I am Cato's daughter. And do you think I am no stronger than my sex? And do you think I am no stronger than my sex? What's my sex? I am a female. Do you think I am not stronger than me being a female? Because I am a female who is fathered by Cato, who is husbanded by Brutus. Look at Shakespeare. He uses the nouns father and husband as verbs. Think you I am not no stronger than my sex, being so fathered and so husbanded? Fathered means I was born to Cato. Husbanded means I am married to Brutus. Do you think I am an ordinary woman? No. Hence, tell me your counsels. Tell me your secrets. I will not disclose them. And I made a strong proof of it by giving a voluntary wound here in my thigh. She had injured her thigh voluntarily, purposefully. She injured her thigh to know whether she could tolerate that pain. And she says, when I could tolerate this pain, can I not tolerate your secrets? She says. Look at that. I have made strong proof of my constancy. What is constancy? Being a firm-minded lady, having a lot of tolerance, not revealing anybody's secrets to others. I have made strong proof of my constancy, giving myself a voluntary wound here in the thigh. I've injured my thigh to see whether I could tolerate the physical pain. When I could tolerate the physical pain that no woman could tolerate, then can I bear that with patience? When I could tolerate that, the injury, the wound with patience, and can I not tolerate my husband's secrets? She says. I have made strong proof of my constancy, giving myself a voluntary wound here in the thigh. Can I bear that with patience and not my husband's secrets? So when I can patiently tolerate the physical wound, I can also tolerate your secrets. Hence, oh my dear husband, I request you to share all your secrets with me. I promise you, I am not going to reveal this to anyone. Then Brutus says, oh ye gods, render me worthy of this noble wife. Brutus is ashamed that he is not able to reveal his secrets to such a loving wife. That's why he's praying to God to make him, a fit husband to his wife. Then somebody knocks on the door. Suddenly he says, hark, hark. Listen. Somebody knocks. What? There is someone who is knocking. Portia, go in a while. Hey, Portia, please get inside. I will reveal my secrets to you a little later, not now, he says. Portia, go in a while, and by thy bosom shall partake the secrets of my heart. By and by, in the near future, your bosom, your heart is going to share my secrets with you. And all my engagements I will construe to you. And I will explain all my plans to you, but not now. Somebody is knocking on the door. Go inside, I'll come to you and reveal everything to you, he says. But he doesn't reveal anything to her. Leave me with haste. Just go away, leave me. And exits Portia. Portia goes away. Then he calls out to Lucius. Lucius, who's that knocks? Then enter Lucius with Ligarius. Do you remember? Metellisimba had spoken of this sick man Ligarius. And Brutus had told him to send Ligarius to him. And he would, tell him the reality, and he would make him join the conspiracy. Lucius said, Sir, here is a sick man that would speak with you. Brutus, Caius Ligarius. Yes. Caius Ligarius, that Metellisimba spoke of. Boy, stand aside. Caius Ligarius, how are you? He asks Lucius to go away, and he speaks to Caius Ligarius. Caius Ligarius, how are you? And Ligarius says, may I say good morning? Please receive what's safe. Please receive good morning from a weak tongue, because Ligarius is a sick man. And we don't know what is troubling him, but he is physically weak. Then Brutus says, oh, you are a sick man, and what a time have you chosen to meet me? This is a rock cold morning. Why did you choose this time to meet me? Oh, what a time have you chose out brave Caius to wear a kerchief. Kerchief is a scarf, He is wearing a scarf around his head, covering his ears. And Brutus is shocked and surprised. Oh, would you were not sick. I wish you were not sick, Ligarius, he says. Brutus says, I wish you were not sick. If you had been healthy, I would have shared so many things to you, he says. But Ligarius says, my dear Brutus, though I may be physically weak, but mentally I am not weak. If Brutus is leading me, I would once again recover all my health, he says. I am not sick. If Brutus have in mind any exploit worthy the name of honor. If Brutus has any work which is honorable, then my sickness would disappear, because I would join hands with you to do that honorable work. Exploit means work. It says, if Brutus have in hand any work, any honorable work worthy the name of honor, then this Ligarius will never call himself a sick man. Then Brutus says, yes, I do have some work in hand, and if you have a healthy ear, I will speak to you. You should hear. Listen to me, he says. Brutus says, such an exploit have I in hand, Ligarius. Have you a healthful ear to hear of it? If you have a healthy ear to hear of what work I have, I am ready to tell you. Then Ligarius says, by all the gods that Roman bow before, I hear discard my. He removes his scarf and throws it away. He says, in the name of all the Roman gods, I am throwing away my sickness, he says. I am here discarding, throwing away my sickness. O soul of Rome, look at that. Ligarius calls Brutus soul of Rome. He is addressing Brutus as soul of Rome. O soul of Rome, brave son. So these are the words that are described by, that are uttered by Ligarius in praise of Brutus. But do you think Brutus is eligible to be called soul of Rome and brave son? I don't think he is, because he is a backstabber, dear friends. But Ligarius and other conspirators think they are still, under the illusion or delusion that Brutus is great. Soul of Rome, brave son, derived from honorable lions. Lions are ancestors. You are born of such a great ancestry, which had Lucius Junius Brutus as your great ancestor. You, like an exorcist, you are an exorcist. You have given life to my dying spirit, says Ligarius. An exorcist is one who removes the demons that have possessed a human being. By reading the Holy Bible and by throwing, the holy water, an exorcist, removes all the demons that have possessed that particular person. Like that, like an exorcist, you have conjured up my mortified spirit. My spirit, my enthusiasm is mortified. It is dead because of my sickness. And you have conjured it up. You have given life to it, and you have made my dead spirit come back to life. You are an exorcist. Now, you ask me to run. I will start running, he says. He says he will start running. And I will now bid me run, and I will strive with things impossible. You make me run, and I will achieve impossible things. It is enough if Brutus is leading me. I am throwing away all my sickness. And the name Brutus is enough to make me healthy, he says. And get the better of them. What is to do? You tell me what I should do. Then Brutus says, you have to do a piece of work that will make sick men healthy. Whole means healthy. I have some work. You have to do that, which will make a sick man like you become healthy. A piece of work that will make sick men whole, healthy. Then Ligarius says, he very ironically says, but are not some whole that we must make sick? If a sick man is going to be healthy, a healthy man should become a sick man. Who is that healthy man whom we are going to make sick? He asks. Brutus says, that must be also. Yes, we must also make a healthy man sick. What it is, my Caius, I shall unfold to thee. Who is that healthy man whom we should make sick? I will unfold to you. I will reveal it to you as we are going to whom it must be done. Because we are going to the house of a person who should be made unhealthy and sick. So he is hinting at Caesar. He says, I shall unfold to you everything as we are going to whom it must be done. What is that it? That sickness to be injected to that healthy man and make him sick. And who is that healthy man? Caesar. Then Ligarius says, set on your foot, and with a heart new fired, I will follow. Now my heart is newly fired, I will follow to do. I know not what. I don't know what I should do, but I will just blindly follow you. But it is sufficient that Brutus is leading me. It is enough for me if Brutus is leading me. Whatever you want me to do, I will do, he says. Then Brutus says, follow me then. And they leave. Here we come to the end of Scene 1, Act 2. In my next video, we'll take up Scene 2, Act 2, and we will talk about what Caesar has to say to his wife Calpurnia in that second scene. Till then, go through these things, make a mark on Act 2, Scene 2. We'll take it up in my next video. So go through these things and try to understand. If you have any doubts or any questions, write them in the comment box. And please do not forget to subscribe to our Random Videos channel and give a strong thumbs up liking, and share our videos with as many people as possible, as many students as possible, as many friends as possible.